night they shed a sweet light to remind us of days long ago. One for each night they shed a sweet light to remind us of days long ago. Oh Hanukkah, come light the menorah. Let's have a party, we'll all dance the hora. Gather round the table, we'll give you a treat. Civic fun to play with and latkes to eat. And while we are playing, the candles are burning low. One for each night they shed a sweet light to remind us of days long ago. Oh Hanukkah, come light the menorah. Let's have a party, we'll all dance the hora. Gather round the table, we'll give you a treat. Civic fun to play with and latkes to eat. And while we are playing, the candles are burning low. One for each night they shed a sweet light to remind us of days long ago. One for each night they shed a sweet light to remind us of days long ago. One for each night they shed a sweet light to remind us of days long ago. That was Hanukkah, Oh Hanukkah. Originally it was originally in Yiddish as Oh Hanukkah, traditional Yiddish song, and then translated into English in 1912, and I tried to model what I did after the Barenaked Ladies version from 2004, so still a popular song. And I played it straight from the charts of the Morristown Uke Jam. So take the link in the video description, download the free ukulele song sheets, grab your own ukulele, and you can play right along with this video. And if you'll be anywhere near Morristown, New Jersey, come play with us in person. In just a moment, I'll do a basic tutorial covering everything I just played. At the very end, I'll do a slow motion close-up play along they might find helpful. But right now, if you like the video, please like the video with a thumbs up. If you want lots more, subscribe to our YouTube channel. If you want over 1,000 more free downloadable ukulele song sheets, each one with a link to its own free video tutorial and play along, just like this one, then check out our Dropbox and then come play with us. Okay, I'm going to do this chronologically. I realize most of you probably won't want to do the little finger style at the beginning, that intro. And by the way, if you want, instead, I put the chords there. You could just do E minor. Right? You could just do that from E minor and then switch to a B7 and then an E minor. In fact, you could even just do that like this, exactly like this. Oh, Hanukkah, Hanukkah, right? You could do that if you want to. But the way I did it was mimicking Barenaked Ladies. I think they used a mandolin, probably. But what I did, I held my finger. I'm using a high G ukulele, same as, you know, like Donahoe, soprano ukulele. My dog has fleas, that kind. And, I mean, I would play it the same way if I was playing my low G ukulele, but I am playing a high G. I think this sounds more realistic to Barenaked Ladies version. And I keep a finger on the first string, the string closest to the floor, so that I'm only playing these three, and that way I can hear this in the, kind of the melody. Sorry. That's what I want to hear. Whoops, you can't see that, can you? Ah, there you go. Now you can see it. That's kind of the melody of this. And what I'm doing, though, I'm playing two strings, almost always, the middle two, and I'm strumming, but I'm holding the first string down. So, and this is kind of a drone. You'll hear it on every strum. So, sorry, starting here, starting on the 3rd fret, right? I've got my finger, and the tablature is written out for this in the song sheet, right? So you can follow the tablature. But so I've got 3rd fret, 4th fret. Those are the only ones I'm touching. slide up 2 frets, and then slide up 1, but I'm dropping my ring finger there, so I've got both 7th frets there, right? So that's the first part. And then a little slide, like that. Just drop it on the 2nd fret and slide it up. And then again up, and then down to the 2nd fret, and then pick up your index finger, but slide your middle finger back to the 4th fret, which is the same as that. So that's it. Oh Hanukkah, oh Hanukkah. Now, for the E minor, I showed 3 versions of an E minor, the chord pictures of all 3 that I played. What I did was, during most of it, when I'm doing the quick, sharp backbeat strums, when I'm doing that, I'm forming an entire, I'm covering all 4 strings with my E minor so that I can make it sharp. I make it sharp by dampening with my left hand. I pick it up a little bit. See, if I left it squeezed, it would sound like this. I want it to sound like this. Sharp. And that's by picking up my left hand to make it sharp. Okay, so Hanukkah, oh Hanukkah. That's what I do, that version. But then, when I want it to ring, and while I play this open version, because it rings more. Whoops. And I go up to the 7th fret and drop 1 more finger. That's a 5th position E minor. Right? That's it. So those 3 different versions of the E minor. Here, this one, and this one. Those, by the way, if you just want to play an open E minor, if that's easier for you, you could play that every time you see E minor. You could do that, and it won't be wrong. It'll be the right chord. You can do that. All right, so now, for part 1, the quick strums, I'm basically making the 2nd one ring, but making it sharp. Right? The first one is almost percussive, right? Oh, Hanukkah, come light the menorah. That's what I'm doing there. Then the part 2 is single down strums, and you could just use 1 finger if you want. You could use a thumb if you want. While we are playing. Right? Whoops, sorry. Just a single down, but not sharp at all. Let it ring. Okay, that's it as far as the right hand, as far as the chord transitions. So I'm starting out with E minor like that, and then jump to a D and a G. Well, to the D, it's just a jump, but from there to the G, you can see my ring finger is at least on the right string. It's just going to slide up 1 fret, and I'll position the rest of the G around it. And then from there, I do my next E minor. I just drop a pinky. You could switch back to this, but it's easier to just drop a pinky and you got another E minor. Around the table. And now my ring finger again is the anchor point. I slide it down 1 to the D and back up to a G. So we want to play with. Now I'm going to drop my whole index finger, barring the 2nd fret, and B7 there. Latkes to E. Oops. That's really the one I want then. Okay. And then you saw me before. I have to look down at the dots on my ukulele so I make sure I land on the right fret when I do this. So you might have to also, unless you practice a lot. Candles are burning low. And then it's just E minor to A minor, just back and forth. That is, in fact, the whole song. I think I'm not going to talk at you anymore. Okay, now we're going to play through the entire song, but we're going to skip most of it. That is to say, I'll play through the intro, and I'll play through it. Let me do that. I'll play through the intro, part 1, part 2, and I'll pretend it's the 3rd time I'm playing part 2 and go straight to the outro. which is all just sort of stopped chords. And I'll focus on my hands because you don't want to see my face. Here we go now. I'm holding that first string. Slow motion, play along if you think it'll be helpful. Here goes. And. Oh Hanukkah, come light the menorah. Let's have a party, we'll all dance the hora. Gather round the table, we'll give you a treat. To be fun to play with, latkes to eat. And while we are playing, the candles are burning low. One for each night, they shed a sweet light to remind us of days long ago. One for each night, they shed a sweet light to remind us of days long ago. Outro. One for each night, they shed a sweet light to remind us of days long ago. That's it. See you Wednesday.